Welcome back, people. I hope you all enjoyed our last video. If you haven't seen it yet, please do. In today's episode, we've got 15 scary ghost videos that you'll regret watching. Make sure you stay tuned till the end of the video. And if you don't want to miss any of our videos, then please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you're notified every time we have new content. Let's get started. Number 15. This video was posted by the Paranormal Investigation Team, or PIT, on YouTube. In the video, we follow the team of ghost hunters as they enter a haunted forest. Italian YouTubers Paolo, Debbie, and Simona from the YouTube channel PIT Paranormal Investigation Team were contacted by one of their viewers about a spooky local legend in a dark forest. According to a local legend, a certain tree in the forest has an old, deserted stroller sitting below it. Then, on one of the tree branches above the stroller is a bell. In addition, it's believed that if anyone nearby makes too much noise, the spirit of the baby wakes up and the bell in the tree starts to ring. But even more ominous, it's said that when the bell rings, an evil entity comes to protect the spirit of the infant, and this entity will attack whoever disturbed the child. Locals believe that the spirit of a baby who tragically passed away under mysterious circumstances many years ago rests in the stroller. The PIT team visited the enigmatic forest and waited until nightfall. They ultimately found the tree in the stroller after searching through the forest. They then placed an EMF detector inside and waited.
No, ma neanche a me proprio zero, mamma mia. Raga, brilla! Raga, sta brillando! Sta brillando! Sta brillando! Sta brillando! Oh, la campana! La campana! Ma non si sta muovendo più di tanto, Io ero lì, Io ero lì! Io ero lì, quindi adesso?
Non si sta muovendo.
Ma poco! Ma rumore l'ha fatto,
Ti prego, dimmi che è stato il vento. Dimmi...
Non lo so, ha suonato. Ha suonato
dopo che ha brillato l'M1.
Quindi adesso?
E quindi che ne so adesso? Paolo!
Non mi piace. No.
Quindi adesso in teoria, se è giusta la leggenda, sta arrivando qualcosa.
Sì. Esatto.
After some time, the bell rings, signaling in accordance with the legend that the baby has been startled and that the evil spirit is on its way to get them both. Paolo wants to see more, so he snatches the stroller and begins to threaten the entity, saying aloud that he will take the baby away. Debbie and Simone are more than a little terrified and already feel surrounded by something that's hiding in the woods. What happens next is downright chilling.
Poi non so se è suggestione, raga.
Cosa?
Io mi sento tirare la carrozzina.
Che senso ti senti tirare la carrozzina?
Come se dall'altra parte ci fosse qualcun altro che come se me la stesse togliendo dalle mani. Me la sta spingendo.
Mollala. Io dalla termica non vedo assolutamente niente. Per dirtelo. Mollala. Io dalla termica non vedo niente di strano, guarda.
Oh, guarda! Si muove!
Paolo, te l'ho detto. Paolo, l'hai provocata.
L'ho filmata. Ha funzionato. Ok, è qua. Ok.
When he lets go, the stroller eerily just travels on its own. According to Paolo, who claims that it feels like someone is attempting to push the stroller away from him, the group is no longer convinced that they are alone in the woods as they're surrounded by the strange sound of running footsteps.
Oh, cos'è laggiù? Raga! No. Raga!
Cosa?
Vi giuro l'ho vista passare. Ho visto passare qualcosa. Raga, l'ho filmato, sono quasi sicuro. Ho stretto la torcia.
Cosa?
Raga, è passata una persona laggiù. È passato qualcosa laggiù. Non un animale.
However, when a spooky figure that resembles a lady is seen fleeing fast through the pitch black woods, things start to get incredibly tense and deadly. Could this be the demonic force rumored to arrive when the bell rings? So is this real evidence of paranormal activity caught on camera, or just a hoax? Number 14. This video was posted by the Paranoiacs on YouTube. In the video, we follow the team of ghost hunters Tarek, Merrick, and Rimsey as they travel to a remote abandoned house in the middle of nowhere in Australia. The building appears to be something out of a horror film, as it's surrounded by nothing but snow. The three companions brave the bitter cold to explore the unsettling edifice. In the middle of the night, they soon understood they might not be alone.
Bir tarafa doğru gittim. Şuraya bak mesela.
Abi çok hani çökme tehlikesi ben hiç
Bir de evin üstünde kar falan da var.
Kış.
Asur. Tam üstümüze yürüyor.
EMF açayım.
EMF aç. Ben işte numarayı aç.
Açtım.
When a hefty door suddenly collapses on its own and the Paranoiacs team hear unusual noises that nearly seem like footsteps coming from the second story, they begin to wonder what they might be up against. The three explorers warily approach the staircase to investigate more unusual noises coming from upstairs, but things don't go as planned.
Seslerden ben de şoktayım da yine de hemen çekip konuşup çıkmamız gerekiyor. Şu bir mezara benzemiyor mu?
Bir ses var yine. De. Biz buraya bir girelim gel. Aa şu içeri girdi.
Remzi az bir çek. Yukarı çıkıyoruz.
Emin misin abi? Abi ne oluyor?
O nereden geldi ya? Yukarı çektin mi? Hiçbir şey yoktu yukarıda.
Çektim abi de. Resmen üstümüze attılar.
Hayır, yolu kapattılar.
Abi bence burada var ya hiçbir yerde gımıldamaya gerek yok. Abi şunun iğrençliğine bak.
Ha şurayı...
They're discussing whether to walk upstairs when a huge straw bed is hurled down the staircase and blocks their way, seemingly making the choice for them. This severely freaks out the Paranoiacs team, who subsequently decide to leave the eerie abandoned building. They take one final look back at the structure once they're outside in the icy snow.
Benim ışık yine gitti. Abi ses. Ne oluyor lan abi?
Tövbe yara. Işık mı var orada? Az yukarıda da var.
Şu... Abi bir şey var orada. Ne oluyor lan? Abi bak siyah bir şey var. Görüyor musun şunu? Yürü yürü.
Bu işin şakası yok. İçeride resmen cin düğünü var.
The footage that their camera captured was appalling. One of the upper windows shows a peculiar shadow. Investigators think the object might be a djinn. So what do you think? Were the investigators dealing with a dark presence? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? Number 13. This video was posted by Paranormal Planet on YouTube. Jim Priscina and his wife Emma decided to go on a trip to Savannah, Georgia for the weekend and stay at the alleged haunted 1790. Numerous ghost stories and thousands of guests have been associated with the historic hotel, which dates back to 1790. Young Emma, a bride in an arranged marriage who fell madly in love with a sailor on leave from his ship, is one of the ghosts who's rumored to haunt the hotel. According to reports, Emma died tragically following a highly enigmatic fall from the third-floor window. Another phantom thought to linger at the historic hotel is that of a young kid by the name of Thaddeus. Little is known about Thaddeus other than the fact that he seems to be fascinated with pennies and scatters them about the place. After hearing weird noises in their hotel room, Jim and his wife decide to leave a static camera recording while they sleep. The pair is astonished to find objects sliding down on their own when they watch the recorded clip. Another night, the couple is sound asleep when a miniature hotel doll that's situated outside of their door starts to terrorize them. The doll moves its little head forward gently, defying gravity and logic. After the doll appears to look around before moving its head back to its resting position, it becomes creepier. Some say that if you watch the doll's face closely, you can even see its eyes almost come alive. So what do you think? Did the investigators capture a real haunted doll? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? Number 12. This video was posted by Mary Therese Pagay on YouTube. In the video, we follow Mary together with her brother as she was recording a nursing instructional video as part of her education, when suddenly the two got the scare of a lifetime.
Verify the client's identity and provide...
Ano ito?
Sige pa din, sige na. O, tara. 1, 2, 3, go. Now that I have introduced myself to the patient...
Mary has been unable to sleep in her own bed since the terrifying occurrences, but with the resounding encouragement of her viewers, she made the decision to install a night vision CCTV camera to capture any evidence that would help explain the terrifying episode. Just after midnight one night, something incredibly strange is captured on camera. An electric fan in Mary's room automatically goes on as a strange smoke-like mass passes by. Her curtains move on their own, and just before the electric fan shuts itself off once more, a dazzling orb appears. Mary claims that earlier in the day, her camera recorded additional strange footage. It's unsettling enough to see the closet door swing open and slam shut on its own, but the video becomes even creepier when you notice a black shadow moving slowly in the direction of the closet. Mary claims she gave the sudden, alarming activity in her home a lot of attention and wondered what might have set off the apparent haunting. She can only think of one occurrence that might be the reason for the sudden paranormal activity. Mary and her boyfriend saw a traffic accident earlier this month while they were traveling home. Mary's boyfriend, who works as an emergency medical responder, arrived at the scene of the victim's critical injuries right away. Sadly, it was too late, and the man didn't survive. Mary believes that the spirit of the victim just might have followed her home. So is this real evidence of paranormal activity caught on camera? Or is it just a hoax? Number 11. This video was posted by CU Zoo on Facebook. CU posted a very strange CCTV video from her job at an adult store in Taipei, Taiwan. She claims that when she first entered the business in the morning, there were several items strewn across the floor. One of CU's workers alerts her to the possibility that the burglar may have returned after some recent thefts from the store. CU rushes to review the footage obtained by numerous CCTV cameras placed throughout the business, and what she discovers completely shocks her. The CCTV cameras recorded office chairs moving around the floor by themselves in the middle of the night. A cabinet door bangs against one of the CCTV cameras as various items and store goods tumble to the ground. The creepiest of them is a life-size doll kept in a glass display case that creeps towards the camera on its own while appearing to be staring directly into it. Nothing in the video appears to tremble as it would in an earthquake, according to CU, who claims that there were no tremors during the night that would explain all of the movement. CU contacted her Facebook friends for advice because she thinks the store may be haunted by an evil spirit. So just what was this strange activity, and was it real or just a fake? Number 10. This video was suggested by Rodrigo Lopez. The home, known as the House of Horror in Asuncion, Paraguay, is a home which locals say is extremely haunted due to the 6 deaths that have occurred within its walls. The now abandoned mansion has a lengthy and dreadful story. A doctor who once resided in the home shot a man twice after discovering him alone with his wife in their home in the year 1913. Many years later, in 2018, a young mother, her 2 children, and her parents sadly perished inside the home at the hands of the woman's husband. He later claimed that he didn't know what came over him when he fired the trigger. The senseless crime rendered the house, permanently known as the House of Terror, shocking the entire city. Several bus drivers who frequently travel by the Home of Horror have reported seeing a peculiar shadow that appears to be late at night and tries to stop the bus before vanishing into thin air before their very eyes. The bus drivers also assert that when it rains, you can hear children moan and cry inside of the houses. Numerous news organizations have covered the Home of Terror and the unusual events that surround it, including this story by the Paraguayan C9 television network. Live on television, news reporter Alejandra Pereira and her cameraman were taking viewers on a tour of this unsettling home, and they caught a terrifying sight.
Estilo colonial, bastante antigua esta casona. Alejandra, adelante.
Sí, muchísimas gracias, Silvio. Ya nos encontramos en el interior justamente de esta denominada Casa del Terror aquí sobre Oliva y Montevideo para hacer un recorrido con el compañero Derlis, que también estuvo en el momento que ocurrió esto, ¿verdad? Y nos va a poder también...
En ese baño, Alejandra, donde se había realizado, digamos, el entierro de los 4 cuerpos de las 2 mujeres y de las 2 criaturas.
Sí, este sería uno de los lugares donde estaban enterrados justamente los cuerpos de las mujeres, en este caso, Silvio, según las informaciones que también estamos manejando. Porque parte del otro de los cuerpos justamente también se presumía que se encontró en el fondo, hacia donde nos estamos dirigiendo en estos momentos, ya en el fondo de la casa también.
Alejandra explains where the victims' remains were discovered as eerie, mysterious screaming can be heard in the background. Although the television crew on site claims they didn't hear anything, the viewers at home who were watching the program live were stunned. Demanding an explanation for the bizarre screams, many people wrote to the news channel. So just what do you think these screams could be? Could it be the streaks of victims still crying out for help, or is it all just a very elaborate hoax? Number 9. This video was posted by April C. on a Zoom conversation. April claimed she was leading a training session for a group of colleagues when they finally started talking about paranormal encounters. According to AJ on the bottom left, he thinks his residence is haunted. He claims to have witnessed a mother and a little child's spectral forms moving throughout his house. He's also heard strange noises at all hours of the night and has seen doors bang all on their own. Any visitor who spends the night in the flat gets a reoccurring dream in which a young child is sitting on their chest. They experience breathing difficulties and awaken in a panic to an empty room. AJ simply laughed about it as they carried on with their drills. The video was taken at precisely 3 a.m. because they work for a global client. At that point, AJ's webcam caught a strange sight.
Na-take nila. So guys, it's already 12 p.m. You may join Vince sa Google Meet na link sa calendar invite and lawa ang sa tayo na. Hoy, age na-take nila. So guys, it's already 12 p.m. You may join Vince sa Google Meet na link sa calendar invite and lawa ang sa tayo na. Hoy, nakita sa likod mo. Ayan na lang. Dito sa pikas. Sa pikas.
Masa?
Na ako'y nakita.
Wala man. Wait lang, di ba?
Dira. Buisit, nitindog yun akong balahibo. Dira.
If we rewind it and watch it slowly, we can make out a pale shape moving through the distance. AJ's startled and reveals to the other that he's alone, but he's unsure of what the others have observed. April is still baffled by the weird shape in AJ's feed. So is it real evidence of paranormal activity caught on camera or just a hoax?
Oh guys, it's already 12 p.m. You may join Vince sa Google Meet na link sa calendar invite and
Number 8. This video was posted by Grasshopper222 in July of 2011 on YouTube. In the video, we see raw footage of the living room camera capturing what looks like a cat toy moving across the floor, even though there's no cat in sight. An odd sound echoes in the room a little while later, and several items drop to the floor. Additional eerie behavior was captured by the bathroom's camera. Instead of falling, 2 toothbrushes fly by off the counter as though propelled by an invisible force. Later, something is thrown into the sink as the faucets open fully. The toilet flushing and what appears to be the lid slamming shut follow. Even though it's dark, you can hear noises in the garage. The doors on his father's car, according to the YouTuber, are a drill. When the doors open, you can see the internal lights of the automobile turn on. Activity in the kitchen spans several days. Most of the items in the kitchen tumble to the floor as the TV weirdly flickers on and off, and the lights do the same thing. So is it real evidence of paranormal activity caught on camera, or just a hoax? Number 7. This video was posted by Tony Rogers on YouTube. This YouTuber was getting ready for work when her dog started behaving strangely.
She's acting really strange today. I don't know what's going on with her. What is it, Baze? I don't see anything. Bailey? What? What is she looking at?
He seemed to be scared, so she pulled out her phone and started filming.
Bailey. She keeps looking over here. I don't know what her deal is, but something's not right.
The spooky video depicts Bailey, the dog, tentatively making his way inside the room from the hallway. Bailey is looking to the right as Tony pans the living room while speaking to her dog. Then something starts to move across the floor. The similar scraping sound is heard after a while of wondering where the noises originated, and this time we can see what it was.
Bailey, what is it? Oh my God, did that chair just move?
One of the chairs has been pulled out from beneath the cabinet. Then it continues to move while being captured on camera. According to Tony, she left her home in a panic because she was so terrified. So is it real evidence of paranormal activity caught on camera? Or is it just a hoax? Number 6. This video was posted by Leanne Wilkinson on YouTube. The video was taken from CCTV at Whaley Bridge in the UK. The clip was captured in August of that same year at 2:30 in the morning and depicts a little market. The register monitor and credit card reader start to illuminate. Another view reveals a sizable enigmatic shadow passing over what seems to be a reflecting window. A pair of bananas and an apple fall simultaneously to the ground from their respective baskets in the produce area of the supermarket. A shadow once more covers the merchandise in a black corner as 2 apples roll across the floor close to the registers. The lingering shadow strikes once more as the carts roll on their own. An apple rolls, and something seems to be desperately beating on a door in the rear room. And this is not the only market where these occurrences take place. The second video is surveillance footage that Worldwide Weird has made available. The incident is caught on camera at a gas station, and a witness told the channel that it happened behind her. They work alone at night. Around 4:30 in the morning, the employee in the video is seen packaging some baked goods. A spatula on the counter behind her abruptly topples over and lands on the ground. It's not obvious how it might have jumped on its own because it doesn't seem to have been placed in a risky position. So is it real evidence of paranormal activity caught on camera or another hoax? Number 5. This video was posted by Anderberry Hotel Collection. The brief video shows the hotel's exquisite dining area. It seems like a wedding has been set up in the dining room when we replay the video. We can make out a tall, dark man standing close to one of the tables. Before turning to the right, the camera briefly pans back to the left. And would you look at that? There's no longer a figure there. Although the camera guy approaches the table, there's nobody there. So is it real evidence of paranormal activity caught on camera or just a hoax? Number 4. This video was posted by Robert Dodson on YouTube. In the video, Dodson explores a dark area of wilderness. After a moment of watching him investigate, he hears a faint sound and notices a pair of bright eyes observing him from the shadows. When he beams his light at the figure, which used to have dimensions of a person or giant ape, it immediately dives to the ground. Dodson approaches the area cautiously, but he's able to locate the thing. He spends some time investigating the area, but it appears the beast has managed to evade him. Then something a little unsettling occurs.
Keep looking down over there.
Take a look.
Oh, that was a rock. Oh. Damn. Don't do this at home. Whatever you do.
The creature looks to be hurling a rock towards the observer. The identical glowing eyes from previously are visible when he swiftly shines his light in the direction it was coming from. However, they're much closer this time. Dodson makes the wise decision to flee the location, but he quickly gathers himself and chooses to come back for another look. Another rock appears to be thrown at him as he moves closer to the spot. He uses his flashlight for several seconds before he finally spots the unusual beast's reflected eyes. He gives the beast a quick glance before making the sensible choice to return to his car and call it a night. So what do you think this strange being could be? Let me know down in the comments. Number 3. This video was posted by The Bottom Line on YouTube. In the video, we see a father and son spontaneously taking a photo in a corridor, but what is behind them is enough to frighten off anyone. There's a tiny white orb in the backdrop that, when zoomed in on, resembles an eyeball. The doorway behind it is obscured by a black object that surrounds it, giving the impression that someone is hiding in there, in the shadows. An outline of the figure's nose and mouth may also be seen when examining the weird, oblong, womanly face in further detail. What is this face in the shadows? Number 2. This video was posted in December of 2021, and this scary video comes from Japan. In the unsettling video, a guy can be seen complaining to his neighbor about noise.
すいません。うるさいんですけど、ちょっと音がめっちゃどんどんうるさいんですよね。いつもなんかどんどん音が聞こえるんですよ。いや、でも何もしてない。
The neighbor slightly opens his door and insists that he is not engaging in any noisy activity. The man is prompted to open the door by the neighbor, but he refuses and ends up closing the door instead. The neighbor attempts the handle, but it's securely locked. When the man gets home, the noises start up again right away. When the knocking continues, he stomps on the ground in frustration, but this simply makes it more frequent. But But after a little interval, noises begin to erupt from all directions of the room, not only from the floor below. And that's when he gets face to face with a horrifying scene. The man gasps and briefly removes the camera as a ghoul with a pale face and long neck protrudes sideways from a passageway near the ceiling. The long-necked ghost is no longer there when he returns it. So did the YouTuber really capture a demon, or is it just a hoax? Number 1. This video was posted by PG Stories on TikTok. In the video, we see a woman standing knee-high in a ditch full of water facing the opposite direction. Although the specific location of the filming is unknown, it depicts several construction workers on a country road. When they noticed this, they had to halt and stop. She continues to stand there immobile with her back to them as the men scream out to see if she's okay, but they don't receive a response. The person who uploaded this video claims that the fabled La Llorona was seen in this instance. The Crying Woman, as she's sometimes known, is a legendary figure from Spanish mythology who prowls about regions with water in pursuit of her kidnapped children. She is allegedly quite aggressive and will attack anyone who gets in the way of her never-ending hunt for her deceased children. So did the YouTuber really capture the fabled La Llorona, or is it just a hoax? And that is going to wrap it up for today, you guys. I hope you liked the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. This has been The Haunter, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, keep it creepy.